Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and all other people in between. This is a scene for the Living World of Darkness. This is actually a crossover scene between the mage venue and the werewolf venue. In this scene, we find Double Tap and Olaf walking up to the what was the name of that building again? I forget. Oh, the Woolworth building. Um, Looking to speak with a potential investor for one of Double Tap's more, well, his primary project that will hopefully be able to help him fund the war effort for the Gauru Nation, and and hopefully give him the means he needs to possibly control more of New York City with his gang. So, um, we can start pretty much whenever we want. Basically, at this point, Double Tap would be coming and going. So, this is the person we have an alliance with?
That is not how I describe it.
How would you describe it?
A freeze to future hostilities.
Wouldn't that be an alliance?
Allies are people you freely trade information with, at least to an extent, and for all intents and purposes can immediately count on backing in a conflict against a third party. This is someone who we're keeping an eye on, and hopefully we don't all kill each other.
So, do they know about us? Can we speak freely or no?
I don't know how far the extent the damage with this one goes.
Hmm.
Don't give anything away.
Okay. He nods. He pulls out his e-cig and takes a really long puff. All right, here we go. And they get to the Woolworth building. Is there still a code on the door, or else the thing explodes?
There are no explosives allowed.
Well, it didn't say it was an explosive. Technically, it was a forces effect. But yes.
But you're welcome to enter the building. The main lobby has a single receptionist. At the moment, the desk is being manned by a short African American girl in a comic book T-shirt.
Oh, cool.
He does not look like a government official at all.
Oh, sweet. He walks up. He goes, "Ooh, nice T-shirt. We are here to speak with." And he looks at his phone. Tommy Lovechild? He raised an eyebrow.
The girl looks up from playing her computer game, and she'll nod. Oh, okay. Can I get a name?
Oh, John Arno.
Gotcha. And she will press on a little buzzer, and she will say, Miss Lovechild, there are two people here to see you. One is John Arno, the other looks at the Viking.
Stairs.
She kind of she makes a motion with her hand, basically like, hurry up.
Crosses arms.
The other is proving uncooperative. Should I call security?
Please, ma'am. It's okay. He's that type. He doesn't like to give his name. He's my
You're getting booted out of here.
James Arno is fine. This is my older brother. Can't you see the resemblance? And he smirks.
She just gives Double Tap an exasperated look.
I was adopted.
When Olaf says that, he'll hear Tommy's voice, and she's like, oh shit, send him up.
It's like, they go to the elevator, and hop in.
The elevator ride is markedly long because it's a big-ass building.
Yup.
It'll take them up towards the upper floors, and eventually they will end up in a lobby-like area, one of many generic but very well-furnished lobby-like areas that populate the upper floors.
Sweet. He gets out. He's looking around. What the shit?
I've never been in here before. Keep your eyes open.
All right. He's looking around. He's appreciating the architecture of this place. Ah shit! Shelby's loaded dice stream. Get the dice out.
The room is very, very nice. It is very gothic and very dark, although the windows are large and let in an ample amount of sunlight. And there is a gorgeous stone gargoyle in the corner.
He's just sort of looking around. He's not touching anything. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. And he's looking around for a people.
After a couple more minutes, the elevator will go ahead and ding again. And out will walk a 5'3" gothic-looking chick with green hair and pigtails. She is the exact opposite of intimidating, and she's wearing a jacket with a bunch of patches on it.
He looks at Olaf. Right. Boss? This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you guys would like to make perception alertness rolls, you're more than welcome to.
Wait, alertness? What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we walking into?
There.
I think I do have alertness. I gotta check my sheet. Any goddamn Tommy shenanigans.
Damn. Just one short.
How many successes did you get?
I got 5, but if I'm reading this correctly, whatever just happened had 6.
7, actually.
Not even close then.
No, I do not have awareness, so I can roll perception. My mighty 3 dice.
Oh.
Not alertness. Not awareness.
Oh, alertness. Nope. Still no.
Yeah, me neither.
2. Not even close. Alright, so he notices nothing.
It's just the Tomi all by herself.
Okay. And he extends his hand. My name is John Arno. One of my superiors, Logan, told me that this would be where to find you.
She'll walk over and give him a firm handshake. She'll grin. Hey, nice to meet you.
He nods. He told me that you were a bit of a business person with ties to some of the more seedier parts of the business, yes?
Oh, I dabble here and there. Also, when she touches you, feel free to make a perception primal urge.
I really need to buy a Primal Urge.
It's good
That
for
is- 2 successes, though. Woo!
nothing's going on.
Damn it! But yeah, so he's just like, okay. I have an endeavor that I'm looking for a certain amount of investment in, and I frankly need investors and a little bit of startup capital. He actually pulls out, like, he was basically carrying like a folio with him, and he goes, is there a place we can sit?
Yeah, of course. And she'll gesture to sort of the couched area of the little lounge room. And she'll go and take a seat on one of the love seats.
It's like, he was looking for more of a desk, but he goes, okay. I assume there's like a coffee table somewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
All in all, she looks casual as fuck.
So he goes and sits down, and he opens up the folio relatively slowly. Like, this is a man used to doing business with criminals, and so sudden movements are totally bad. So he opens up the not the folio, the suitcase. That's probably like, you know how you have those like five subject notebooks, and they're just thick as fuck. It's like one of those, and he pulls it out, and he slides it forward, and it says the Arno Acquisition Company on the front.
She'll take it, and when she reads the cover, before she flips through, she just kind of like looks up at him. So what's this a front for?
Well, primarily funneling money toward Logan's operation, but this is completely legal.
Which one of Logan's operations?
He looks at Olaf, trying not to give anything away.
Are you talking about Central Park?
He glares at her. Then he looks to Logan like,
Olaf is just sitting there quietly staring at Double Tap.
oh fuck, alright. You're gonna make
Are
me
you
do
new
this.
here?
Yes, I'm a transplant from Chicago.
Oh shit, welcome to New York. If it helps, the Central Park thing is totally common knowledge. Everyone and their grandma knows.
He looks at Olaf again, quizzically. Olaf says nothing. God damn it, Olaf!
Olaf is being an asshole right now.
Damn it.
It is clear that he is evaluating something.
Okay. Well, the way I see it right now is that with this plan, we can not only, I could personally at least triple my revenue stream. I don't know quite the spec of your cruise operations, but in theory, we could have them go all legit and make more money than I've ever seen, really. And this is completely legal.
Alright, interesting. She'll start flipping through the paperwork. What's the plan, basically?
Basically, what it reads like is, have you seen the movie The Wolf of Wall Street at all?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's that plan. Basically, buying and selling penny stocks, and there's no real insider trading because we don't really care if the stocks go up and down. What we do care about is that we get all of the commission for the buying and the selling. We get all of it. And
Alright.
like,
So
it
you're
beats.
looking to play the stock market?
Well, no. In fact, we are not playing the stock market at all. We don't care about the stock market itself. What we care about is that people buy these stocks. We get some decently charismatic people on the phone, and they don't even have to be geniuses to start because we can train, right? But if we do this, what will happen is basically through force of sales, we can we will find those people who are eager to buy one way or another, because everybody wants to get rich, and a lot of people know about stocks is that if you buy them and sell them, you'll make money, and that's all they need to know. And we just smile and sell, or smile and buy for other consumers, and we take all the commission.
Alright. And what sets us apart from whoever the fuck?
Oh, from any he takes a minute and goes, oh, from any other groups that might be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them will be, well, erased, if possible.
So you plan on taking care of the competition?
A few of them, not all of them. That would be suspect. But a few.
How do you plan to do that?
He just smiles.
He makes direct eye contact with Olaf and says, I swear to God if it's murder.
I didn't say I was murdering a single person, but I do know that a lot of the people at the top of those businesses tend to want to sell them if they find that there is a pricey enough buyer on the other side. If there's a buyer on the other side who can purchase them for what they feel they're worth. My plan is something of a virtual monopoly. Buy them all. Then there is no competition. We're the only game in town. But obviously we would be under anonymity and working through various names and shell corporations in order to properly funnel the money to where it needs to go. Up to and including, and he actually pulls out another dossier, this one, another folder. I'm sorry, not like a manila envelope, and it's actually super duper thin. And he sets it on the table. He undoes it and he sets it on the table. And inside that manila envelope is a series of numbers. And he goes, "These are the 25 Cayman Islands accounts that the money will be funneled into. All of it. Probably myself or one of my friends in my organization will probably be set up as the CEO, but he knows where the money needs to go. And at that point, we'll all be making so much money that we can pay him a really good salary and he can live happily. And if he tries to steal from us, well, I have other friends."
So we're basically doing what Panama got busted for about a year ago?
The only reason any of these idiots get busted is because they don't pay their taxes. I have a law degree. I don't play on the wrong side of the law unless I know I can win. Now, OOC, which side of the law is the right side of the law, is completely up to him at the time.
Okay. So, also pretty importantly, where are these funds going?
Oh, to start up, primarily. I mean, what we could do is we can buy out one of the smaller ones that gives us immediate manpower. I was looking to ask politely some of the people in our organization to assist. I've been advised that that's not the greatest idea. But
No, I mean, with your organization. I know you have goals that have stuff to do with it.
Oh, primarily my crew needs to be outfitted and needs to grow. And also myself and Logan's organization needs manpower. Needs firepower, in my opinion, at least. Even raw materials would be good on some level. You know, buy a shitload of ore and do what we need to do with it.
Okay. Why the sudden interest in upping your firepower? You got something big to take care of?
Funny enough, no. Primarily, right now, this is in preparation. I've never been a Boy Scout of any sort, but I do believe in always being prepared. You never know what's coming around the corner.
Okay, fair enough. So, we get this thing off the ground. We take care of our competition in some sort of way.
Primarily by buying them out, yes. And he actually goes into the folder. and he pulls out another. This is actually just like a regular folder, and he goes, "These are the current asking prices for all of the firms in this city. Given that their value may go up or down, but these are the current estimated asking prices for all of the businesses in the city that do what we do."
So basically, how many proxies are we looking to go through? Because the last thing I need is some asshole in a black suit showing up and making trouble for all of us.
Yeah, the last time I met a man in a black suit, it was a really bad scene. I'm thinking currently at least 4. But with the Cayman Islands accounts, that will provide an additional level of anonymity. The only problem that I could potentially see is computer hacking of some variety, but I have friends that could take care of that in one way or another.
I do too. We should be fine on security, as long as we're not directly dealing with anyone in a way that can be picked up on.
I plan on doing everything legally and by the book. I plan on paying my taxes, and I would ask anyone who, legally speaking, and he sort of rattled off some legalese about which taxes that need to be paid and how they need to be paid, and when that'll cut into our profit share by approximately 25%. But not paying them and getting hunted for not paying them would cut into our profit share by considerably more.
Okay, interesting. So the proxies we're using, what guarantees their loyalty?
Some of them are family members of mine. Any others that we co-opt, I would assume would be from somewhere within your organization, and I assume you have a loyal hold on them. Others are members of my crew. And again, if 1 or 2 are disloyal, well, then we replace them.
Okay.
You will find that this is a very efficient plan. Primarily, although there is human power at the lowest levels, once it gets to us, we should be able to deal with anything that comes up. Anything big that may come up and come our way. And as an actual attorney, I would be acting as legal counsel for any potential issues that came as well.
All right. So let's talk terms. What exactly are you looking for me and my folks to invest in, and how much are you looking for?
Well, startup right now would probably cost, I would say, 500,000. What I'd be asking you guys to pay would be, let's say, approximately. I'm trying to remember what's 1/4. This is out of character. I'm trying to remember what's 1/4 of that. Between 1/4 to half. And then depending on your investment, that's how we will split the profits. There is no, with the amount of money coming in, even half is more than enough money to invest in my group without any particular problems. And like I said, anybody that we can put in on the ground floor, they also make money because they're getting their commission. Everybody's paid, and everybody's happy.
125,000 is quite a lot.
Of that, I do not disagree. The reason for such a large sum is primarily because I'd like to not start this in a basement. I would like to I would like to purchase a brand that's already well known. And then through that means we will already have name recognition and we will have an established client base. That client base might want to buy or trade stocks of a more substantial nature, which means more commission for us.
Alright, so what's the timeline we're looking at?
If we purchase a known entity, weeks, a month at most. If we start from the ground up, and I'm talking like buy a building, screen applicants, all that, considerably longer, but we can make that process go somewhat faster if I can wrangle my superiors into allowing me to ask some of my people to assist. It still won't be fast though if we start from the ground up, because then we'll have no name, we'll have no recognition. People will go, "Who are you?" And then we'll have to buy a contact list, which nine times out of 10, those contact lists are fucking farmers and old people. And although fleecing them is occasionally tempting, I'd rather have the cherries on top than the muddy soggy stuff at the bottom, if I can avoid it.
And how long from now are you hoping to get the money?
It should be within the time span of a month to 2 months. Remember, this income stream starts with the very first sale.
I mean, for us to gather the money, invest, and then start buying.
Oh, as soon as possible. I don't particularly feel that we need to rush, but the sooner the better. Primarily because then we will be able to continue the income. We will be able to push the income stream faster. And then should any extra legal groups attempt to muscle in on our territory, we will already have accumulated a certain amount of money, and in theory we could drop it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't suggest dropping it if the income stream stays good and we don't get and no one attempts to muscle us out. But it's something that in theory we could walk away from with little to no liability unto ourselves.
Nothing is final until others have seen.
It nods.
Okay. At the moment, it may take me some time to get the amount of money that you're asking for. I do have quite a lot of things that I can liquidate for this.
Yeah.
But I also have a lot of employees to pay.
No, I completely
Feel free
understand.
to take your time. After all, adds time to consideration.
Double tap nods. I honestly believe that this mutual partnership would make us both very wealthy. Well, and he looks around the place, make you wealthier, I assume.
She smiles. You've definitely got my interest. It's just a really big buy. My terms, if I may?
I'm sorry?
My terms, if I may?
Please. The officer.
Okay. My terms are pretty simple. Aside from sharing in part of the profit, for as long as we have this operation running, there will be absolutely no hostilities between your people and mine. As in, one of my people messes up, they get delivered here. Worst case scenario, maybe a few scuffs if they struggle.
Hmm. I will definitely run that by my superiors, although I cannot fully promise that. Um, my people get testy when people incur into our stated territory. But
I know they do. But, of course, she looks at Olaf and she grins. We'll be happy to respect your territory. If you're able to show the ignorant a bit of leeway.
This one is young. He speaks with big eyes, but his mind is not caught up to the horizon.
We all start somewhere, Olaf.
he looks at Tomy, then to Olaf, then back to Tomy, then to Olaf again, wondering how the hell she knew his name.
You have stated your terms.
It also, if I may, sir.
And you see Olaf's head very slowly rotate. You can almost hear the vertebrae in his neck pop a little bit.
I'm going to take that as a yes. I'm going to take that as a yes. It also depends on the transgression.
Of course. If someone attacks you, I don't give a shit.
He actually takes out a legal pad and actually starts writing this all down. Like, he's basically, like, writing out her terms. Okay. He's writing down his terms.
But I'm referring to mistakes. Or if you defend yourselves, we'll act like we're in the state of Texas. All bets are off.
You see him cross out something and then write in some more. And then he shows it to Tomy, basically showing that he's written down all of the terms. Nice, crisp handwriting. Definitely like a lawyer's handwriting. Like if they're writing out like a deposition that that they want like the secretary or whomever to read, rather than just the chicken scratch you would normally see.
She'll take a look.
This is the agreement as you see fit, yes?
Yeah.
He takes it. He made sure like not to put any names on any of it. It just says like this organization will do blah, this organization will do blah, and you can sort of tell by context clues which organizations you can tell like when he's describing, Tomy's organization and when he's describing his own. And he shows it to Olaf.
Olaf stares at it, probably a few seconds longer than he actually needed to. And then regains a neutral posture.
This is what I will present to our supervisory staff.
That click is in character.
Okay.
Like when he's mid-sentence.
Okay. All right. We will take this to our supervisory staff and see if this is something that is amenable. And then I will contact you via which method? He sort of blinks at her.
You can text me at this number. It's completely secure. And she will scribble down a phone number on the notepad.
Okay. He takes a picture of it, and then takes the piece of paper, and then goes, "Do you have a place to burn this?"
She'll take the piece of paper. and she'll just pull out a lighter.
Contact information should you require it. And he writes down his number.
She'll snap a picture of it with her phone as well, and add it to the small pile. She puts it in a metal wastebasket. The smoke actually filters out very, very quickly. This is a building that is used to having fires happen in it.
God damn it, tell me if you ruin my shit, says Rupert's ghost.
Not even Tommy, it's Maggie.
Fucking Maggie. Alright. And if the terms seem to be amenable so far, then I can bid you adieu. I will definitely be in contact one way or another with my organization's answer, and yeah, we will proceed from there, one way or another.
Great, seems legit. Was there anything else you wanted?
He looks to Olaf.
We'll wait in the lobby. I will be there soon.
Okay. And he actually goes to the elevator and presses the button for the lobby.
It will take him with no resistance. Tommy will turn over to Olaf. So, Mr. Official, how's it going?
I am getting old. Kind of runs his hand over his face and through his beard.
So, how long was the primer you gave that guy before you brought him to talk to me?
Not very.
Really?
I wanted to see what would happen.
There was no 20-minute don't tell her all the things she already knows?
I am here. Is all I need.
Kind of wraps her hair around one finger and grins.
He is very young. Should be easy on him.
Why is that?
I remember when I was young. Would have liked a break.
You think I'm gonna break him?
I think he has all the tools to break himself.
So should I be handling this one with velvet gloves?
I would consider it a nice thing.
So what are you actually worried about?
Much.
Really vague answer, buddy.
It is big and vague thing for me now. It is simply mine to worry after those that have come.
You say he's gonna make a big mistake by dealing with my people?
As I said, big eyes, not cut up to the horizon.
What are you worried I'm gonna do?
Not you in particular. But I have seen too many that are young and proud.
You mean the idiots I protect?
Like the idiots you protect.
Why do you think I have to make deals with you guys to make sure they don't die? I know they're gonna fuck up eventually. I know they're gonna fuck up a lot.
I can make you no promises. I never have been able to.
No.
I just don't want that one to make promises that he can't keep.
You said he was young and he said he was new. I'd expect he's about as far on the totem pole as that Victor guy.
So that is where he took him. Is
Yeah.
interesting thing to know.
Don't worry, I kept the conversation out of the stuff you're sensitive about. I know how you get.
You are the one who had to keep it away from there. Noel kind of quirks a brow. It's obvious he's fishing. Like I went dodge subterfuge. It's obvious he's fishing.
I remember when I first met some of you guys. They were all really young, really green. And one thing they could not do was shut the fuck up about their shiny new werewolf life. Made sure he didn't get too over-enthusiastic about seeming cool.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I got your back. As much as you want to worry I want to blow up all your people or some shit.
It's genuine concern. And he's laughing as well.
Whatever keeps your nose clean, man. I don't want you to end up in trouble with the people that he's gonna have to send that report to.
Believe me, I will not be one who ends up in trouble. Is benefit of being old.
Old. You're like 25.
21.
You got a few gray hairs in your beard. I thought older.
No, no, but I believe you about the gray.
It's distinguished, if that helps.
Think of myself distinguished. It's an interesting thought. I should walk him back before he gets nervous.
I gotta ask, though, why'd you come along? Is it just babysitting duty?
It's important.
Money is money. It's not a hard thing to get.
I have little use for it anymore.
That doesn't surprise me.
Suppose not. I will see you on Saturday.
Yeah, of course. Hey, tell Helena I said hello.
I will. And Olaf gets up. Just tell me. What?
Tommy will get up and she'll open up her arms. She makes a little come here gesture.
And
Come
he
here.
actually complies.
She'll give him a hug and slap his back a few times. If you don't make it to brunch on Saturday, I'm sending out a search party.
Won't be necessary. I'll make it.
We're more paranoid than you are. Just stay safe, okay?
I will.
Good.
And with that, Olaf comes down the elevator into the lobby. And
Yeah.
away is after. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, you can see that Double Tap is, like, literally paying no attention. He seems to be playing Flappy Bird. You could have been up there for a year. He's just like...
Enough with the gamey boy. Come on.
Oh, okay, you're done. He shuts off his phone. Oh, he turns off his phone. All right.
They get quite a ways to a point, a strange pocket of urban isolation before Olaf speaks again. One of the first things that I learned a few scars ago Don't owe people things if you can help it.
Yeah, I'm not really in the business of owing people things either. But supposedly, this person's on our team. Supposedly. I I trust that the Raya told me the truth, so I'm
You,
assuming she's trustworthy.
you make sure the right people see this. You
I
do
will.
not make move until they say.
I'm going to be handing it to the Wormfoe and hopefully the Warder as soon as possible, and
Good.
advising and properly and probably asking them if they feel any of the kin require jobs. Like like I said, Raya, this is an incalculable. I mean, it's not an incalculable amount of money. I've calculated it myself, but it is a lot of money, and that can help the nation. That can help this sept immeasurably. Imagine if we had the money to fight the mayor, the money to lay claim to Central Park itself. We probably could. While this is public land, legally speaking, if we purchase it from, we can purchase it from the city. Now, obviously, with the current mayor, they'll probably ask some astronomical amount of money. But were we to put someone else in place, or at least remove the current administration, we could buy it. As long as we didn't fuck it up insofar as, like, corporate Disney or some bullshit. That's not. Imagine having Central Park be ours legally. Then anyone who tried to come on to that land, officer or otherwise, would require a warrant. Unless we specifically ask them to police, unless we specifically ask them to police it.
I have seen what money can do. The enemy has more.
That I do not doubt, but I do know that legally speaking, we can set ourselves up with an ironclad contract that will prevent at least the worst of Mayor Glick's advances. You can't, if they hear a gunshot, they can't just come charging in. I guess they can't come charging in with probable cause. But if they feel for whatever reason, there's a problem, they'll contact us first. And we'll know. And I'm willing to hand all of those contracts over to the elders, of course. And so, in so much as the owning of Central Park, although I don't think many of them would want to put their legal name onto a contract. We can work either through a proxy corporation or by speaking.
You're trying to convince the wrong person.
I actually think you're the right person to convince, because if I can convince you, I can convince them.
You will not convince me.
He
This
smiles.
place is a scar.
Exactly.
And he just kind of points at a floating dollar bill. Like it should have been snatched up by now, but goddamn, it's just kind of floating in the wind. That is the pus coming out.
I understand what most people think about money in the nation, sir. I do know, though, that it can provide us with, let's say we don't want guns. Let's say we just want raw material. We can make swords, knives, axes, bows, anything we want.
Enough. You will save your words for the ones who will make decision. I came to make sure that you didn't fuck yourself over.
Thank you.
My job here is done.
Thank you, sir, for your assistance. And he smiles.
At that point, Olaf goes about his business.
All right, and Double Tap is heading probably to, I don't know if I can get a scene with Anthony Knight, but is heading toward, maybe the Wormfoe's office first, and then if I can grab Anthony, then the Warder. Excellent. And thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And have a nice night.